Hi guys, Martin Curry from Belief Media. In this video, I'm going to introduce our mortgage broker website and Yabra, our digital marketing and social media system. Maybe not introduce them, but just talk about them a little bit. And the reason being is I've had a large number of brokers call me over the last 3 or 4 days and ask us about our coaching program. Of course, we don't provide a coaching program. We did years ago, but we don't anymore. We haven't for a long time. This morning I posted a video. It's one of only 3 or 4 videos I've ever made where we partially identify a client. Obviously all our clients sign NDAs, they're protected and so on. We don't take credit for their success and they don't want their competitors to know what sort of programs they're implementing. So, we keep everything quite secret. We don't need to take credit for our brokers' successes. And it's worth reading that for an understanding of what our quasi-coaching program might have looked like, because Daniel didn't come on as a coaching client. He came on as a standard, just what we called at that point a broker growth client. And he returned about $70 or $80 million to his business in what was maybe 7 weeks. He saw about 800% growth over the 12 months. He attracted triple-digit leads every single month on the back of referral programs. So he did quite well, and I guess his experience was fairly typical of those shared by other brokers that we dealt with through that program. It was highly successful. The reason I don't like coaching and coaches is because it's all fluff and PowerPoints. There's no practice procedures, techniques introduced. There's no tactile element to it. And I just felt that we were providing a website and the version of Yabra at the time, which was just called the portal. I felt we needed to provide more, and the only way in which to do that was to go out with clients specifically. And we've really only started doing that in the last 12 months. We did start at the beginning of COVID, but COVID kind of put an end to everything, and we got back to it at the beginning of this year. So our website, guys, and by the way, with introducing partners to your business, I will talk a little bit about various types of partner programs in this video because it's intrinsically connected to your website. But I do want to make the point, and I see it all the time, is there'll be a coach or somebody who make a video and try and tell brokers about what to do in order to generate referral relationships and so on. And a lot of this information is just generic fluff. It's like GPT with a face. They'll all say the same thing, and it is identify your partner's pain points. How many times have you heard that? Identify your partner's pain points. I'm not even sure what it means, because the next line is what makes me laugh, and that is how can you fix those? Well, how can you address those pain points? And I'll tell you something, accountants don't think very highly of mortgage brokers. Now, they just don't. That's why you don't approach, and for what it's worth, by the way, you can't fix the pain points or the struggles that accountants have in their operation, at least going in naked and blind. You're struggling to fix the pain points in your own operation, and accountants know that they're probably more qualified as a business manager than perhaps you are. That's not always the case, but they understand that, they have that in the back of their mind. So they approach relationships very differently. The reason we have ridiculous success with partner programs, in order of 100% for the first booking, subsequent success is really predicated on the broker we work with. But the reason we have amazing success is because we go in not as a mortgage broker, we go in as an aggregator of accountants. It's a big difference. Once you shift your mindset and understand that you're an aggregator of professional services, you aggregate's the wrong term, but you aggregate for accountants, real estate agents, financial planners, property professionals, and other in the financial space or in the property space. You will manage large numbers of these people. You will provide them with a value proposition that you are able to provide them through us via Yabra. We provide a large number of tools that you can then provide to your partners, which has worked tremendously well. You'll have clients or potential partners sitting at the end of their seat, literally salivating they'll sit there and you'll have them hook, line and sinker very, very quickly. So there are different ways of doing this. I'm not sure if I mentioned this early on in the piece, but we are literally out every single weekend and every day generating partnerships for our clients. Why is that? It's because we're excellent at it. Domenico and I have been doing this virtually every day for the last 5 years. Right? We've introduced thousands of partners to our broker operations. And why do we do it ourselves? If I handed you the keys to a helicopter and said, here you go, fill your boots, go out and enjoy the flight, you'd probably crash and burn very, very quickly. The reason being is you don't know what you're doing. I can hand you the keys to Yabba, our digital system, which is full of partnership tools, and say, once again, fill your boots and have a good flight, but you're going to crash and burn unless, well, not necessarily crash and burn, but you won't be as successful because you're unfamiliar with how these partnerships are actually meant to operate. The partnership facility itself is just a means to support your real world efforts. As I'm recording this video, all these notifications are popping up on my phone. It's very irritating. I'll power on through it, guys. So so we go out with guys all the time. Today, I'm in, I think, East Austral somewhere. I'm not even sure. We were in Borkham Hills this morning. Had to come all the way back to Austral. There's a display village. Well, it's not really a display village. There are display homes all the way down this road. I think it's 14th Avenue, but I'm not sure. The Leppington Display Village and Leppington Village display homes. They're both about 12 or 13 minutes away, and then of course Picton's about 30 minutes drive away. The Homeworld to Norwest, and we'll be heading back there in about 15 minutes, is about 45 minutes drive. You can do a lot when you've got the M5 and M7 and M2 sort of connecting these western regions, which is where most of the growth is and where most of the activity is. If you transit those corridors, there's always a large number of auctions in between. So you jump on realestate.com.au or domain and pick an auction, one that's running right now, and you just sort of duck in. You don't have to necessarily prepare these things. If you've got a coffee cart in tow or an ice cream van in tow or something, it's always a little bit more difficult. A little bit of pre-prep comes in handy, but in most cases you can just float. You can be a floater. So, guys, your website, ridiculously important. Okay. Absolutely crazy important that you have an effective website, because the perception of your business is shaped by what people see. If they go to your website, it doesn't matter what sort of impression you make on people early on. If they go to your website and it reflects mediocrity, that's the impression that will last. That's the one that will carry. So we make every effort to ensure our website is spectacular. The website framework we provide is designed to facilitate that. It's designed to be the best in the industry. It is designed to impress itself upon your potential referral partners and certainly your clients. It's designed to convert clients. It is designed to convert people off every page. If I didn't say this before, I probably did, but every single page on your website is an organic entry point of some point. Every page on your website is an entry point for somebody for some reason, so it has to convert. Fully calendar integrated forms have to be on every single page. This is a no-brainer. You cannot say you have a high converting website framework unless you have those very basic facilities in place. We built the FAQ module on our website, shaped off countless 100 hours of research, and that itself creates pathways. You cannot have a high converting website unless you have fully integrated FAQ pages, not just accordion panels that drop down with a little bit of information. I'm talking about accordions that drop down and might link you to another page, which will link you to another page, that include calculators embedded and sold, that have client login links and pop-up modals and things that are relevant. Remember, relevance is key to any kind of funnel. Relevance is the most significant commodity inside of a marketing funnel, because that commands attention. And you don't command attention with a 10-page website. People get lost very easily. Our website includes dozens and dozens and dozens of really high converting modules. People ask why we have interest rate data, and I'll create a video on that. It's because 94% of people consider interest rates to be the single most important attribute when taking out a home loan. We know that that's a load of horseshit, but nonetheless, we will provide that information so when a client goes to our website, you can demonstrate your expertise and authoritativeness by way of the information you provide, which is vast and extensive but easy to navigate and read, and they'll quickly build that trust necessary to actually give you a call. Guys, our website is it will cost you half of what you will pay for a 10-page website. It will cost half, and we'll go out and engage in different types of partner programs. You'll get support over the phone and all sorts of things. I consider it to be a no-brainer. And I know what most broker experiences look like. I know sort of the volume that most brokers are writing. Everyone's capable of more, but everyone's stuck in this, right, you need to literally unplug yourself from the matrix. You need to put the old blue blocker sunglasses on and you'll see things completely differently. Right? We have to let go of this legacy information that has carried the industry for the last 40 years. It is nonsensical and it is rubbish. It's a dinosaur industry driven by dinosaur people, and even the aggregation system is a dinosaur model. It's an essential dinosaur model, but it's archaic nonetheless. Now, I had a discussion just recently with a couple of aggregator CEOs. We're talking about artificial intelligence and its impact on the industry, which I talk quite a bit about, and I'm on a couple of steering committees with high-end tech companies where we're trying to determine how legislation will be shaped and so on into the future. The reality is no one can control AI, just no one. It doesn't matter what legislation will tell us to do. AI developers will always introduce whatever the hell they want to introduce. What we might be able to legislate is the way in which certain industries adopt AI, such as robocalling, which should just be outlawed immediately. Robocalling through AI bots, because you can get them to say and do anything. I've had them sing and I've had them swear at my wife and all sorts of things. They're fun to play with. But I use the Titanic metaphor with these guys. We're on the Titanic, steam-driven Titanic. We're driving towards an iceberg. We know it's there. Now, these two CEOs, one of them said we need to invest in bigger buckets. The other guy said that we just need to pick the prettiest iceberg in the ocean. Like, what an absurd... I understand, we were laughing about it, but it's kind of absurd that that's the reality of the industry we live in. So I don't know how I got onto that topic. In fact, I tend to digress a little bit because there are a number of pathways to take. But certainly, guys, your website is the center of your marketing universe. If it's not effective, if it's not powerful, if it's not amazing, your business is just compromised. If your competitor has a better website than you, then they're going to stand out whilst you will not, right? Your website has to provide those facilities that your partners consider essential. Your website has to provide the facilities to manufacture pathways and have really deep integrated funnels, both paid and organic. And it absolutely needs to convert. I can state categorically, our website converts higher than any other framework in the industry. Our website converts far higher than any other website in the industry. So I'm moving around. I've got magpies swooping at me. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm a little bit. And whilst I was walking over here, this is worth telling you, while I was walking over here, I came across a brown snake. You probably picked up on the moment that I saw it. All right, guys, look. I'm going to try and make some videos because I want to communicate this information to brokers so they understand there are better ways of doing things. There are better ways of managing their operation. There are more efficient ways of attracting partners into your business. There are more profitable ways in which to manufacture these partner and referral driven systems. There's just better ways of doing things. We've been doing this forever. Dom and I have been doing it since 1997. Started with Australian Web Exposure, later White Proprietary Limited, Belief Media from 2012. We've both had very successful brokerages. Guys, we've been working with this industry forever. It's why we're so damn good at it. So give us a call, 1300 235 433. It's 1300 Belief, or give me a call directly on 0400 777 300. Thanks guys, bye bye.